Hi, my name is Esteban Galvan, and I live here in the Bronx, and I've been here now 30 years. What's important to me is family, which is also my lineage, also my ancestor, and my immediate community, the larger community of America. New York is a great place to have the experience of a global community where you have people of all faiths, all walks of life, all philosophies. And in our own uniqueness, I feel very much as we can really build a wonderful and a better world, one of peace. There's a lot of frustration, confusion, and there's a lot of, you might say, anxiety, and there's a lot of questions. I've always been thinking about wherever I'm living and whatever I'm doing, can I make a difference, and can things be better than they are? And I grew up in the Midwest, the plains, the Great Plains of Nebraska. I grew up experiencing especially the migrant work, labor. Lived on the south side of the tracks, and I saw a separation of community, the Hispanic, Black, American Indian, living in the south side, and I felt very much that even the housing situation and the values were greatly different than the north side. I didn't feel a lot of hope, and I didn't feel a lot of you might say, happiness. So I went on a journey. When I was 16, I left. And I learned values of belief, believing in God. We did the traditions, in our Catholic traditions, with my grandmother, who was really one of the key figures in my life, who passed on to me the values of loyalty, love, prayer. And I learned that about my belief, that also I'm not just here on this earth for myself. But in 1984, I came here to the Bronx. I felt God called me here. I felt I say that because I really didn't know what to expect. I felt during all these years what I've been doing was, I've been doing a lot of traveling, and I've been doing a lot of experimenting with what works and doesn't work, different demonstrations. I got myself locked up a few times, doing demonstrations in DC, in New York. And I found myself here coming in 1984 that it's time more to settle down in a place and to really invest myself. You know, make new roots. And I think New York gave me a chance to do that. It's a place like the United Nations. It's a place where also it's also you hear it in the air. People are really, there's changers in this city, and even sometimes some people tell me it's the first time. When I came to the Bronx, people would say to me, "It's the first time I ever heard that." I'd say to them, they say, "Where do you live?" I live in the Bronx, New York. Oh my God, Jesus! And I thought, wow, I never had somebody pray for me after I told them where I was living, and I realized that people really felt, especially, and maybe still do, there's some kind of a stereotype of fear of the Bronx, and the people here are all gangsters, or people here are shooting each other, bad people. But you know, it's something as I began to stay and live here and make my roots here, that there are very good people here, really good people, and people who want to make a difference. I want to get across this. It's very important. I just feel very much is to believe in the ability that we have, the God-given ability we have to reconstruct a better community, a better world, and not blame somebody else right now, but to find other like-minded people, experienced injustice, who've experienced suffering, who've experienced doubts and fears. Let's go together. We got to, you know, it's just really a time right now, a real sounding call. It's emergency right now. And we've got to really I just encouraging you. I hope that this can really do is touch you to really give a heart and a hand, and not be afraid of even tears, that whatever it takes to reach out and work together, let's do it. And then also that, and I feel very much here in New York, that it's not a place to be afraid. Not let fear stop me, but to do what's got to be done and do it with others, and not do it in spite of others, but do it together. And whatever walls, whatever opposition there is, any kind of barriers or blocks, that together we can remove those barriers and blocks. And I just want to say is I hope this message comes across to you, and genuine and real, and that I can feel very much is that there's no sense in at all us nobody being better than anybody else, but that we can do is make a difference together. Thank you very much.